You made a feature film vlog of your first time back in the Philippines in 5 years? That's amazing. Yeah, that's me. And spend 5 days with me, which is roughly 430,000 seconds in the Philippines. Yes, I went back for the first time in 5 years because my film premiered at a film festival. So I've made a cinematic vlog about it, and I would love to take you all on the journey. And yeah, enjoy the time that I have left in this life. That's actually pretty good. The clown jester freak of filmmaking who wants to shoot a feature film on the D Trails, my Pocket 3, is going to an international film festival. However, his flight is delayed. And yeah, that freak is me. That freak is supposed to be there tomorrow for the gala screening. The clock is ticking.
Please stand up. We would like to acknowledge you. Pwede po tumayo ating mga filmmakers that are present here this evening. Come on guys, please stand up. Yeah. This is your night. Let's see.
Airports, places of transit where everyone has a destination to go, a new romance to find, a new time zone to enter into. Myself, well, I felt like a ghost, because I'd been through here before many moons ago to go to the Manila Film Festival. I disassociated from my body on this walk. I had memories of a person I was, but I still am. And although I'm still the same person, I don't always feel like the same person after the last few years. But to be honest, all this talk, I just need a drink. Because the more poetic you get and the more in your thoughts you get, sometimes it can just be a little bit overwhelming. I was at the bar before and I full had the desire to do a cinematic, I had the intention to do a monologue. But for those who know, I've been on antibiotics because of the knee infection. And my stomach is just a wreck. It's an absolute wreck. I didn't realize how bad taking probiotics and antibiotics and just trying to fix up my gut because of the infection I had would cause, my stomach is just an absolute wreck. So I'm about to do this to myself just before landing in Manila. And to be honest, because of the delayed flight, and I hope I make the screening on time because my film screening at 1 p.m. tomorrow. Cinema?
Ibang floor, pinakadulo.
Thank you, Paul. Only time will tell whether I make the gala screening. So, yeah. Oh. That hits a spot.
So with that, once again, I'd like to thank you all for flying with us. It's been a pleasure to serve you all. We hope you service there.
I'm gonna come out and say it. I'm an unreliable narrator. There was no delay. It was just dramatized for the sake of the vlog. I actually made that up for dramatic purposes because it's my vlog and I know how narrative works. A few months back, I was actually invited to the Cebu Pacific Influencer Night, which was really chill. Everything about it was awesome that night. The food was good, the vibe was good, and to be honest, a lot of people I know have been thinking about flying with Cebu. So, however, this part is not dramatized because there is one thing you can't dramatize, and that is Manila traffic. We have no control over that. That will make you late, and that is very, very real. And after getting my SIM card and getting into the Grab, I realized how much things have changed. However, despite all the anxiety I had previously, it all seemed to just disappear. And that relief only lasted for a very quick moment because I had a screening to get to. But anyway, here's a flash forward because we don't care about timelines. The Manila Film Festival, wow. And this is the mall that my film, Untitled Unfinished, has just premiered at. And to be honest, it was a journey to get here. Like this maze that I'm standing in, it was literally like a maze to get here. It took so long. I was placed next to this Tito, which is like an uncle who like was just on his phone the whole time. He was like literally like doing puzzles the whole time. And then on top of that, I get here and have to rush to the festival for my screening. But you know what? The film played and I'm really happy and excited.
It's good to be back.
How are you?
After 6 years.
Hey, I know.
And I saw this maze and I thought this is like a bit of a metaphor for filmmaking, isn't it? Because much planning you do in filmmaking, you always have to be open to change. You have to always be open to improvisation. Oh wow, look at the train passing. And that's what this whole trip has taught me once again.
Yeah, okay, so I've got to make my way up to level 4 quickly. Okay. You know what? I'll let you down. Let me down up here?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'll see you at the screening. I'll see you at the... Whoa, it's beautiful. Okay, thank you, Paul. Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
To be honest, I thought that the whole situation would be I just get to the festival on time and it'll be all good. And I was just running like a headless chook. And but you know what? That's filmmaking. That's filmmaking in a nutshell. And yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm doing this. I'm literally walking around to show you how it felt this morning as I talk through this. And I think I'm still literally just like buzzing. It's like a natural high. It's like amphetamines without the amphetamines of
just the natural high of being a filmmaker.
Hi, I'm Matthew Victor Pastor. I'm from Australia as a Filipino Australian. This film, Untitled Unfinished, is a very personal project.
Oh, picture, yes.
And I really want to thank the Sinag Manila Film Festival for supporting my works over the years. I was last here in 2018 where one of my early feature films premiered, and I'm really happy to be back because it's actually my first time back since then to the motherland. And I'm really proud of this film because I made it in a time where I was really, really depressed. So I turned the camera on myself and wanted to make a film about being really untitled, unfinished. Not just because I started a social media account and received thousands of hate comments and was attacked online and all that, but because I've never felt complete. And I think that my work, not just in film, but in my life, is always a work in progress. His comment: Asian girls love white men. That creates anger. And TikTok is full of Western hate propaganda. Thank you, Carlos, for the comment. I mean, I don't even know what kind of film I am. And that's the kind of film that Untitled Unfinished is. And if I'm an extension of that film, I will always be Untitled Unfinished in some way. Thank you for, I just got in, I'm exhausted, so thank you so much. Okay.
One photo lang with everything.
I don't even know what kind of film I have. I hate my movie, I hate my movie. I've had to use mostly my other phone film, and well, my phone camera to film because of setup time. It's hard to capture moments on the other camera.
Ako po si Butch Ibanez ng Sinag Manila, and we have a combination of shorts and docus. Please go ahead, take a seat. We have the short film.
Very much, and I hope you enjoy with the belly song, the short film.
It came from two words. Bali means broken and song means sungay. Sungay means a horn, so balisong.
Balisong is an old livelihood that was instrumental to one's inherent strong personality.
Batangueños prominently used the balisong in the many wars that they fought against invaders.
Yeah, the films that we watched today, all the other filmmakers did such a good job. Like, honestly, their films were so good. And I'm so just proud to be back, because it's been, for people who've been following my journey as a filmmaker, my film hasn't played at the film festival in quite a while. Like, it's been quite a few years since my film has played. So the amount of time it's been, I really am just happy that, hello, I'm happy. It's okay. That's okay, Paul. That's okay. All right, I'm gonna go now. I've got friends meeting me, so we'll go out tonight. And yeah. Okay, that was the monologue. My monologue is usually not like so free flowing.
What's your name again?
I'm Matthew Victor Apostle. Hello, nice to meet you. Hello. So that's like literally.
And you're now in a TikTok video.
Yeah, I know. I love film festivals. They're so fun.
Yeah, we interviewed what are your top 4 food spots, and you're gonna say, oh, they're all from Melbourne, the top 4.
Yeah, so I've flown in from Melbourne, Australia for this film festival, Manila. In about an hour from now, my friend Kaloy is going to take me to Manam, which I wish I could have added to this list, but it was already done and in the rearview mirror.
What are your top 4 food spots?
Yeah, so because I've flown in from Melbourne, Australia for this film festival, Manila. I'm exhausted, I'm jet lagged, I haven't had any sleep. Of course, because I'm in the Philippines, Jollibee. I haven't had it in ages because we don't even have that in Melbourne. And after Jollibee is Sarai, which is a Filipino restaurant in Melbourne, which is absolutely amazing. And then Caraton Sorbet, which is a Filipino ice cream place in Melbourne, Australia, which has some of the best ice cream. Oh yeah, Mary Brown. It's a Malaysian fast food kind of restaurant.
Thank you. Nice one, that's perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
And yeah, this is our TikTok.
Gang. So we should do the adobo.
Oh my gosh, I look really run down. No sleep on that flight.
Oh my god.
And then straight here.
Oh, this is the gising.
Gising. Wow.
Right on time, babe.
Watermelon sinigang.
Yep.
Sinigang with watermelon?
Yep. There's the watermelon right there. Yeah, you can have the soup.
That is so unique. Watermelon sinigang. Oh, that's so good.
Gravy.
It becomes the crunchy noodles becomes sort of chewy.
It's actually vermicelli that's deep fried.
Deep fried vermicelli. There you go.
Trying to find my bro Kaloy, but I don't know where. And there was an exit on this side, but there's just hundreds of people everywhere I look. The joy of being a filmmaker. You already know I get to Kaloy. There was drama on the way there because I got very lost while they were just waiting for me for ages because, you know, hundreds of people everywhere. I have no idea where I'm going. It's a maze. It really felt like I was in a maze and I had to find my way out. But eventually I did. Oh my God. Bro, how are you doing, bro?
What's up, my brother?
My G, what's going on, man? Kaloy, filmmakers collide. That took so long to find this.
Oh my, hey, that's pretty cool.
Have you seen DJI Osmo Pocket 3? That's my vlog on.
That's your vlog on.
That's the one. It's
Hey. Hey. For sure.
Wow, it's good to see you, man.
When was the last time I saw you? It was like Sinag, last Sinag.
Sinag Manila, a long time ago.
When was it, like 2017, 18?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, the last Sinag you did.
Wow.
I would say it's not the same as before where the lines between quote-unquote indie and quote-unquote mainstream is like a hard line.
There's no hard line.
It's not a hard line. Filmmakers cross over, filmmakers make many kinds of film.
This is where I shot my film. I can't believe we're back.
9 years, bro.
9 years since I filmed my movie.
Yeah.
Wow.
Where was a hotel?
Oh, it's actually changed quite a lot. And I've changed a lot since I filmed on these streets many moons ago. What I used to hide behind, the moody neon lights and metaphors, I now wear on my sleeve in hopes someone out there feels the same way too. And I've changed a lot since I filmed on these neon-lit streets many moons ago. Like airports, like being in transit on a plane, moving forward through space and time in a tin can between time zones. Neither here nor there. The life we live can't compete with our memories. Nostalgia. That's maybe the reason why I love filmmaking. Cinema in itself is not past nor present. It's neither here nor there. It's only as real as the feelings associated with it as we move forward. And what was once in the rearview mirror can also be what we are moving towards. Coming back, I hoped the spark would be lit. And the first thing that happened to me when I started filming today was I got told off for filming by a security guard. It can happen. But yeah, it's such a beautiful city. It's so beautiful.
9 years, bro. 9 years since I filmed my movie here.
Yeah.
Wow.
There was a hotel.
Oh, it's actually changed quite a lot.
Yeah,
It's
a lot of Gen Zs go there.
Oh, so
for their
it's not
TikToks.
as oh, Bottoms is still here, exactly the same. I filmed this sign. Oh my.
Yeah. Why does it track so well?
It makes it easy, doesn't it? Yeah. It makes filmmaking so easy,
Dude,
And it's
why is it so stable?
autofocus. The technology now, huh? Crazy, right?
That's crazy.
It's the heart of filmmaking.
I met him in Bendigo when he was doing a residency in Bendigo.
Wow. And this is his work.
Yes, sir. Look at that.
If you want to eat something funky, you should try the Jollibee double cheesy.
Oh, the
burger.
double cheesy yum burger.
Oh, I'll have the double cheesy yum burger very soon.
And then get a beanie. Beanie's the peacock program you're talking about.
Ah.
Get a beanie card while you're at it.
Oh my lord.
They're checking if there's a seat.
Ask me how I'm feeling and I'll tell you. Manila has changed. New bars, new vibes. I mean, Filipino cocktails. One of them's a cheesy dynamite cocktail. I'm so glad to be back. Cheesy dynamite. Yeah, that's a cube of cheese over ice.
Show me what you got. Show it off. Show me what you got.
So closing night is at the Met.
Yeah.
Is it a nice theatre?
It's a beautiful theater.
I'm very excited for this closing night of Sinag Manila Film Festival.
The Met.
I'm happy that my film's screened. Oh, picture, yeah. There you go. My movie played, and then it will play at SM Cinema next.
And soon I will be off this top floor and I'll be down there walking the streets, and hopefully something will be extracted from this. Isn't this nice? Just walking around. Something will come of it, some poetic meaning, some beautiful images, I don't know. Can, hello, with the drool, very cute.
Teething. Yes.
I don't have too many plans for this day in particular, but what a beautiful place, what a beautiful place. What type dog are you, Kevy? Can I interview Kevy? Oh, so cute. Okay. For study?
No, I have family there.
Ah, yeah. Making friends. Hey. Wow. I came here, I was vlogging and then I got told off by the staff for putting my tripod out. Like, you know, I wonder, when you have the DJI on a tripod, people tell you off because suddenly it's a camera. One of the benefits of the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 is when you pull it out and whip it out and just flick it open, it already has that stability to have that professional look, but without, like, you know, the trouble of setting it up and making it look like a film thing. So right now I've just got it on the floor, literally. The allergic. And what do you think of cinema? Imagine being reset to a stage where you are like younger and before everything in life, and you can feel this feeling. Because that's what the purity of being like a puppy.
Yeah. Innocent.
Yeah. I was trying to sound more profound and then nothing came. I would hang out with my new friend tonight and have one of the best nights I've had in years. However, I plan to visit Carl John Cruz and check out some clothing this afternoon. Carl John Cruz seamlessly weaves tradition and modern vibes into every single piece. I've been eyeing the garments for a while, and it was nice to finally experience CJC feels in store. The staff are also super chill too. It's like one of my favorite brands, but that's also the why I'm here too, because like I like denim pieces and I like all that. But this is all the size. Not a medium in the lucky. I think I haven't seen upstairs yet. This is my first time. My luck. Awesome. But you know, there are paradigms and there are invisible lines that are drawn as a creative, and all those things exist. And your role as an artist is to disrupt those things in some way. Obviously within some, you know, restraint. Or if you're the artist that has no restraint like me when I was earlier in my career, then that's fine. You can be the artist with no restraint and have, you know, no regard for that and just do it. But for me personally, in recent years, I've become an artist that values his mental health a lot, values his relationships a lot. Okay, take care, yeah? Thank you so much. Yeah, take care. Yeah, thank you, see you. I shed my old skin and left in a new shirt. Just my luck. It's time. It's been a while, old friend Jollibee. It's been years since I have chicken joy in my life, and now I'm gonna experience the chicken joy. It's time for that taste of Jollibee for the first time in years is actually life-changing. I didn't expect it to hit that hard. Like, I love Jollibee. I've always loved Jollibee, but after that long, it just hits different. Like that chicken joy. Oh, so good. The joy was really good. So yeah, I'm super stoked that I had that. That was the best. After 5 years, I got the chicken joy. So good. You can see my face. I got real joy on my face because I got that chicken joy. call me crazy, but that's how it feels. And on my way to meet my new friend, I got stuck in Manila traffic. Looking out the window, I was greeted by overwhelming emotions. The real Manila traffic. We haven't moved more than 5 meters in about 10 minutes. But it's fun. Staring out the window felt like a movie. Movies are like a window. You're seeing a window into my life. I've never felt that I fit in. I am happy right now. No cuts. A long take. A long take to show you a moment in time. But actually, my friend is also running late, so it's okay. Alright. I arrived to see all these beautiful people, so I decided to film my walk in a long take. No interruptions, no cuts. I wanted to show you in real time my feelings. And you know what? I'll be quiet now. Just watch. Everything has changed.
Maybe I'm just getting old.
Now we're both done.
There's a balance.
Yeah.
How do you live life but still take care of yourself?
The real question is, how do I live life and take care of myself, because I don't know how to actually. My past, my present, and my future all combined into one. This is filmmaking. This is my life. Thanks for watching. Tonight's the closing night of the Manila Film Festival, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm exhausted. And in Melbourne, yeah, I like to drink on weekends, but because I'm on a trip, I wanted to push it a little bit further. And the filmmaker in me. I'm not gonna lie, this has been a pretty intense trip. And on the way to the awards night, while staring out the window, I had a memory of the last time I was here. I was younger and I felt the world owed me something.
Melodrama around in Melbourne. Yeah.
I lived in Melbourne. I met Ramona.
Oh, how youth can make you puff out your chest, walk around with confidence. But maybe my memory is unreliable. Maybe the footage itself doesn't lie. Maybe my memory and the footage doesn't align.
Do you want to go out and grab another one? There's a certain melancholy and sadness that comes with happiness. So every time I get really happy, I also feel really sad because I realize that that happiness will be in the rearview mirror very soon. Because as you sit in the passenger seat of life, everything is in the rearview.
I must be an unreliable narrator because the footage, it doesn't lie. I found this outtake.
Okay, I've got a lot of anxiety. I'm gonna be honest, I'm really anxious right now. I'm really nervous. I'm zoning in on all the little details and all the things that have led me to this point. And for me, it's a really big deal because as a person who was born a Filipino or born in Filipino heritage, and because I feel like an outsider, and I feel like an outsider at home. So it's this really unending, churning feeling, like a mix of pride, joy, sadness, nostalgia, happiness to see such great competitors and good films. Heart's racing, and I think that's a good thing. Maybe if your heart's racing, that means you care.
Wait, had I really even changed much at all? I'm always chasing ghosts. The last time I was here, I'm chasing that. The last film I made, I'm chasing that. A little bit of a pause from all the existential stuff over there, but the Philippines is a beautiful place. Probably need to get out of here and enjoy the day, because that monologue that I'm doing right this moment it's getting hot just standing in that one spot. So yeah, I'm pretty much gonna enjoy the day before the awards closing night.
For those who don't know, sound in the Philippines is a real issue. There's just so much noise pollution. So when making a film, you either radio mic yourself or you just do it raw like I am, just straight off the DJI when popping through. But I have no idea if this audio is really not going to work. Like I have no idea if it's going to be audible at all. So, you know, look over here at this, look at this over here. As you can hear, there's a lot of sounds. It's a very, like the noise of the Philippines you can't really replicate, to be honest. It's its own thing. Gonna get some food, get some clothes. What is that happening? For those who saw the other day we came here at nighttime, it was such a different vibe. In Melbourne, I usually get my coffee like much earlier in the day. Teething.
while walking, I pondered about my life as a filmmaker in the big picture. Why me? Plucked from the motherland, raised in Australia. And then I suddenly felt like buying a watch.
How about Australia? So they have a Jollibee Australia. They don't have.
They have a. They can't open franchise. There's a problem with the
franchise.
Yeah.
How old are you, Ashley?
Yes.
It's 27.
No, that's too young.
25 or young?
No, too young. I'm not that.
32.
35.
Yeah. Ah, you have a same
Yeah.
age.
Say hi to the vlog.
Filipino or your dad?
My mom and both my mom and dad are Filipino.
Both?
But my dad is mixed. Yeah, it's hard to explain. Only 2 days already. My shirt is. I can feel it's tight.
Yeah, because the food here is very.
And the Sun Mig and the Red Horse.
And I think
the
climax is very
climax. Oh my God, what's the climax?
The climax is hot here.
The climate.
So we're very hot in the Philippines.
No, but it's really hot.
In Australia.
Yeah, which city?
Also, my cousin is in Melbourne.
Melbourne. I'm from Melbourne. Okay. Time. This is Time Depot. Okay. I was. Yeah. It's so cool. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you so much.
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I've always felt displaced in Australia, and I know like I'm very lucky. I have a good routine. I have a lot of friends. I have all these things in Australia that I have those things, but I still feel like lonely and displaced sometimes internally. And I don't know if that's just me because of my upbringing and the world I'm in as an artist, all that, or if it's a universal feeling for creatives. It's really so amazing what life can present. You go and make a film on a whim, completely independently, barely any cast or crew where you do every role because you're depressed and you're a filmmaker and you need to express something. So you take that sadness, you take that depression and you make art out of it. And that art, in turn, allows you certain privileges in life, things to be grateful for, things to look forward to. Might not necessarily be the most financially stable decision, but it's one that you choose and live with regardless. And if I just whip pan here to show you as the world moves past, this is my life at the moment. It's a life of joy, sadness, melancholy, post-colonial trauma, love, joy, everything mixed into one. Hello, hello. Something sweet.
Sinag Manila Independent Film Festival was founded in 2015 by internationally renowned independent film director Brillante Mendoza, alongside film producer and Solar Entertainment Corporation President and CEO Wilson King. Holding the tagline, Cine Local, Pang Internacional.
Yeah, this is pretty epic, I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty stoked at the closing nights here.
Sinag Manila 2024 will be showcasing Filipino stories made by Filipinos for the worldwide audience in the following categories: full-length, short film, and documentary.
This is actually so... Whoa, what the... Hey, hello Paul, how are you doing? Whoa.
The finalists of this year's Sinag Manila will be shown in select cinemas and will culminate in the Gabi ng Parangal to be held at the Metropolitan Theater.
That's mine.
Sinag Manila Independent Film Festival 2024 aims to continue its advocacy to support independent filmmakers and enrich the country's film industry.
Yeah, this is epic.
I struggled to eat because of the nerves. It was also amazing and overwhelming. What a treat. It had been 6 years since I've experienced the love of the Filipino film industry.
And to our festival filmmakers, please stand up. We would like to acknowledge you. Pwede po tumayo ang ating mga filmmakers that are present here this evening. Come on guys, please stand up. Yeah. This is your night.
It felt like every painful moment for the last few years had a purpose. To bring me back to the motherland, maybe. Upon entering the theatre, my nerves took control of my body. I didn't want to win. If I won, I'd have to give a speech.
Tonight, our country's future, ang yaman ng pelikulang Pilipino, talaga naman ang ating mga indie filmmakers.
I detach from my body, seeing myself from the outside. This does happen sometimes when I'm stressed, but being stressed is just part of being a filmmaker. I was really struggling to vlog and get good footage because I wanted to live in the moment. And then suddenly the nominees were on screen and my trailer started playing.
I don't even know what kind of film I have. I hate my movie, I hate my movie.
I didn't win. That's a good thing. Explaining myself can sometimes be painful. My films have a shame attached to them. Some films of mine deserve a win.
I'm very happy. I'd also like to thank Brillante and Wilson and the fantastic Sinag Manila crew. Thank you so much for this award. Thank you.
Some films of mine deserve a win. Some don't. I have another film in my past. It's only screened in a cinema one time for a film festival. A one-time only deal. One time only. That was the deal.
I'm not Filipino. I was Filipino, but I'm not Filipino now. No, I'm not Filipino. I'm not Filipino.
Look in the mirror, and what do you see? You see a brown boy who thinks he's white looking at me.
Gago ka! Utang ina mo! Anong nangyari sa puso mo? What happened to your heart? Who killed innocents? I'm a good person.
It's not like I want to bury my art, but some films serve their purpose. One screening. It's art, transformative. Untitled Unfinished is that kind of film.
Best soundtrack, I love you. And Repent or Perish will also win more awards and will continue winning awards. I love you. And
when I was younger, I felt the world owed things to me. I had that young rage. I viewed cinema through that lens. If it didn't provoke, it wasn't worth making. I didn't treat people well either. I didn't treat myself too well. I had an edge, but it's not like I'm suddenly less talented now that I've softened those rough edges a bit.
And the winner for Best Film is Herlata.
This night comes with a lot of thought. Maybe too much thought. But for now, tonight is a celebration. And so we all got up on that stage for the closing night photo.
So cool.
And it had been years since I'd been up on a stage like this at Sinag, and this time I felt different, a bit nervous, and I didn't want the spotlight. And Sir Butch was telling me to get up on the podium, and I got really nervous, and yeah.
Please go up. Please go up. Okay. Don't go up. Okay, now, one more layer. Come on. Please go up. Please go up.
And on the way up, I kind of lost my footing, and I fell off the podium, so... But for me, it was a perfect way to end the night because it was true to who I am.
Since 1912? Like, it's like, so it's the historical...
Douglas MacArthur lived here, and I believe Douglas MacArthur's father lived here too. One time, and amazing place. One of my favorite places in all Manila.
It's like such a beautiful layout.
Oh yeah, but get a few Negronis and a Red Horse into me, and then suddenly I am a bit more confident because all roads lead to My Heart Will Go On. Don't ask me why I picked that song, but I felt it.
Matthew in the house, everyone! Give him some love. Okay.
And I was up there and I suddenly blacked out. And then I blacked out and I realized, wait a sec, this is the high note of the song. Wait, am I going to sing this?
much, Matthew. That was a lot of fun. And he says he's drunk. Yeah, it's so good that you're drunk. We're all drunk tonight, so yeah.
And what a perfect end to a night, because my inner child was honoured. I was able to get up there and express myself without any shame, just being me and enjoying my creativity and my expression as an artist. And then I blacked out again. I didn't get much more footage of the night. I was living in the moment, but I did capture this last bit, and that's what I call a pitch perfect ending. Good night.
Yeah, look at this. Watch this. So when I vlog, if I want to... Actually, can you film me doing this? It's very fun.
The saddest thing is I was demonstrating the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 to no one. I was all alone.
So if I want to make my vlog cinematic, if I want to come and enter a scene, so if you want a vlogging camera, I would suggest this device.
I was with my friend at Tatatito. Okay, I'm a bit of an unreliable narrator. I wanted to make a statement like, even though when we're in a crowded room with friends, we're always alone. Artists are lonely. I think that's why I love filmmaking. I get to express these thoughts.
I think there's a better way to do this. I can't remember how to set it up.
And then the food arrives and the feelings are fleeting. Nothing matters but the meal. And there's nothing better than sharing a meal with friends.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you. Filmmakers are always making films. I don't know if I mentioned this in the other episode, but I met Chucky through the Sinag Manila Film Festival when I first got played here a while ago.
But in reality, filmmakers are inherently lonely. Seeing ourselves in the third person, there's always a fourth wall to break. There's something wonderful about vlogging in the Philippines. In Melbourne, there's a vibe that sometimes isn't too friendly towards film and photography. In the Philippines, it seems a lot more open to flavor.
Primarily, traditionally that's bone marrow soup. But for this particular one, they put it on a sizzling plate. Gravy, I think. That's the twist they did here.
Yeah. What's this one again? Lechon adobo. Yeah, lechon adobo.
National dishes.
Oh, pumpkin. The inside of that bone marrow, and just looking at it, you wouldn't know how top tier this tastes. Into that, I had a wave of melancholy because I know, when I'm back home, I'm not going to be able to enjoy this for a long time till I'm back here. But it's the Filipino experience. Filipinos are always everywhere, so that's just part of my life. I wish I could stay here longer, but yeah.
But instead of being sad, I'm going to enjoy the time I have left.
I think the mall. Is there a shopping mall? Shopping. Yeah. How far? Okay. Thank you, Paul. Look at that. It's the colors that get me. Wow. This really is Manila. It's a beautiful view. Beautiful. Color, the feel, the vibe. Look at that. It's so beautiful.
It can be alienating seeing everything from a bird's eye view. Cinema and me don't really separate. This long tracking shot, it might be me capturing the moment, but without a camera in hand, I still see this shot. I still see this movement. I still see the framing. these whip pans, a knee-jerk reaction to show you how my mind actually works.
This is my long tracking shot for the vlog. Impulsively did that, and I hope it turns out as cinematic as I think it is in my head, but I might be wrong.
In my conversation with you, I am seeing the dialogue. A lover breaks up with me and I'm seeing a scene, but I'm also there living that scene. Recently there was a comment on one of my videos that mentioned, I had a revelation about why your content is so good. Your agility that you have to move the camera. It's really nice and smooth. I replied, I really feel like the camera is an extension of the body. It sounds kind of silly, but I do a little dance. An extension of the body. But this vlog is an extension of my mind. We live in an artificial world, but there's still beauty in that. A garden in a big, fancy mall. The sun still shines on that. The slabs of concrete, the labor of man, all of history, and in many ways we are all outsiders. Looking in, trying to get a peek, trying to understand. Here's what it is. Yeah.
I rarely put my camera down because obviously, but this area feels so safe.
It's my last day and I'm walking through this really nice kind of mall, greenbelt, and just the way the light hits, you know, coming through the trees and the way that the concrete is laid out and, you know, all this man-made kind of stuff, but at the same time, you know, the artfulness of it is quite beautiful. Yeah.
Sorry, thank you. But this, I was saying this area feels like a lot safer than other places. Like you can do something like this. And I actually have to get a shot of you actually.
I tried not to vlog as much. Like I just was like, maybe I shouldn't shoot too much and just like walk. But I kept seeing things and these things would stop me, like the way that a light hits like a plant.
Another thing I really like about Manila is like how friendly it is towards vloggers and just Asia in general. Like there's this real feeling like you can whip your camera out and vlog because it's not like looked down on or anything. But in Australia, like I've literally been yelled at for vlogging. And there's a perception around it, I think, that I don't know why Australians like really give weird looks to vloggers. And I don't know, like I haven't had any negative feelings here for doing this. Like I've literally been just vlogging as I do. But just then I had a weird look from someone. And funnily enough, that person was not Filipino. Like they were probably Australian, maybe American, I don't know. Like, and it makes no sense. And again, and again.
But side eyes and weird looks aside, it shouldn't stop you from expressing. If you feel you're here on Earth, to do that, then charge forward, camera in hand.
Beeping. Thank you. So they do a check to see people if they have anything that's, you know, of course can be, you know, dangerous. Because, you know, like if you look at the security guards in the Philippines, they just have, yeah, they've got guns on them. Just shotgun.
Seeing the Philippines Swatch Watch got me thinking, how fast time jumps. My mother hadn't been back to the Philippines in 30 years. That's a long time. Next time I'll bring her here.
Wow.
I'll bring her back. I mean, I could take her to places she'd feel comfortable, places like the mall. What did my mum escape that made her not want to come back in so long?
Now we're in the other side of the malls on this mall tour. Everything is so clean cut and nice. And the way that...
The way that my mum should visit. Maybe it's an idea for a future vlog. Bring her back and film the experience, show her how much the world has changed.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can find a Swatch store now. I'm getting the Swatch Philippines watch for sure. That's definitely something I have to bring home.
Turns out it's a vintage watch, nearly 30 years old. Made almost as long ago as when my mother was last in the Philippines. I was sitting here after my friend had left and I started feeling sad because I realized that it's going to be a while before I see my friends again. And not only is it going to be a while, but it might be a while before my film plays anywhere else again. And it might be a while before I step into the Philippines again, because that's just the nature of how life is. Because, yeah, I've got things at home to attend to that I have to do. So these beautiful moments always come with a lingering sadness. And I can feel that in my present, but I also feel that in the future, I'll feel that. But I feel how I'm going to feel in the present because of how my mind as an artist has always been very, like, I can feel joy and sadness at the same time, and I'm just built that way. Like, maybe that's why I'm a film director, because I or filmmaker or visual creative or whatever I am nowadays. Maybe that's why, because the poetry or the lens that I see the world in is through this poetry of loss, grief, but also, like, to experience loss and grief, you have to have loved and felt good. So, and I'm actually in love with life, despite how sad I might seem sometimes. I think one of the reasons I seem sad a lot of the time is because I feel so good when I feel so good and so bad when I feel so bad. Is that not the basis of a really wonderful life, I think? Some people I know don't feel emotions how I do. I've got friends that process things differently. They don't maybe express the way I do. Everyone's different, of course. There's no right or wrong way to live. Despite some of my unfortunate circumstances and bad luck, I would never trade places with anyone else on this earth, because it took so long to be me, despite my flaws and despite how difficult things have been in life. The struggle to create and have a stable life, the struggle to create and have stable relationships, the struggle to fight your own self-doubt, because creatives inherently are always doubting their work and who they are. I mean, I think in monologues, like, I walk down the street and I'll see like a plant in a vase, and I'll think of like the water, the roots, and how things grow, and I'll tie that into a theme later on into something. I just saw that then, and then that went through my head, and I'm like, okay, well, like nature, like a typhoon can just wipe things out, and I've been hoping that nature holds out and there's no rain, because for me, I'm on a holiday here and I want to experience that without the rain. But if the rain were to come, that would make it a true and whole experience, right? Despite me feeling sad about that. But you don't have any control over the weather. No one does. The film festival was the highlight of my year already. I mean, I love Japan. Japan was a great trip that I took, and I enjoyed it. But when your film is screened in the motherland, a place that in this context is a joy, and it's been the great highlight of my year. Actually, last night was one of the most fun nights I've ever had in my life. When I was younger, I didn't understand how amazing this was, because I took it for granted. It's like, life is short. This could be the last time I ever play a film festival. It could be the last time I ever make a movie, actually. I have no idea. I have no control over that. Like, I have no control over the weather, but that's okay, because as long as we have memories, and for as long as we have memories, then everything's okay. I think I'll end on that. Yeah, this is anxiety-inducing. Drivers are busy. Maybe I messed up. What if I don't get back to Melbourne? This is really bad.
I saw the news last week. It's so crowded.
Okay.
It's a problem in Terminal 3. I don't know why.
Do you think I left too late, or?
No, it's okay.
This is the reason. Yeah, this is how most people would do it.
What's your name?
Matthew. Hello, Paul. Sorry. And your name is?
Michelle.
Michelle. Nice to meet you. Yeah, my film played, and then we had the ceremony at the Metropolitan Theatre Manila, and yeah, I was nominated, but I didn't win. No, I didn't win. But they have a lot of good indie films in. Yeah, I should make one. Hope so. On the day I arrived, staring at the big red ball. Saw this big ball and I thought that's really cool, you know? Hello. Yeah. But yeah, no, I'm really excited to go to the film screening, but just a bit nervous, of course, and I'm going in to have a coffee quickly. The version of me on day one has no idea how the rest of this trip will change his whole life. Every smile he shares, it's in every breath he inhales. It's in the footsteps on the ground. It's in each bead of sweat he wipes off his brow. And I'm in tears while editing this episode, and I can't control it. I quickly place my phone down. Because that's what the purity of being... I quickly place my phone down as if filming myself would act as a barrier. Sure enough, the tears stop. As soon as I turn the camera on, I'm a bit more self-aware. And this defense mechanism helps me move forward. I can keep editing. Keeps a safe distance between me and the memories, because I don't want to shed too many tears. I've got a whole day ahead of me, and these were good memories, so I don't need to cry anymore. I'm gonna miss this so much. I'm gonna miss this. And after all of this, humidity, sweat, feelings, emotions, it's back to rainy Melbourne. And I need to get back to the edit, so... Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting this monologue partly because of the anxiety and fear potentially not making this flight. And this will distract me a bit, so I guess that's a good thing. I totally underestimated Manila traffic. I realise now that Manila's just... Yeah, I should have just left earlier. I don't know why I lay in bed for so long. I was just tired, I guess. And also, yeah. But anyway, the point is, I finally found a Grab. It took a long time to get one. There's been a theme I've had on this trip about control and the things you can't control. And as a filmmaker, we like to control things. Like, I mean, I'm a director, of course I want to have control, but in this life you can't always have control. The Philippines has typhoons and natural disasters and floods and rainfall, and those are things like the weather you can't control, and you can't control traffic either. I had no control over a lot of things, but I've just had to kind of go with the flow and live in the moment, and that's a beautiful thing. Let the music write itself. You know, these things. I look left to right and I see beautiful images that I won't see for a while. And to have experienced this, I had to let go of the anxiety to allow myself to experience this. If I would really listen to all my anxieties, I probably wouldn't have been back here. You know what's even crazier? Like, this is again back to having no control of anything. I have been on this trip for a few days and I've taken quite a lot of grabs and I haven't had a toilet break yet. So on the way to the airport, where it's the most busy time, when literally every second counts, that is where this happens of all time. So that's the nature of it, you know. It is what it is. Because I have that fear. I've always had it. A voice in my head that tells me, oh, that might not work out. Why are you going to go? You know, what if you have to give a speech? What if you do win, you have to give a speech? What if you don't and then you feel disappointed that you didn't win? What if you go and none of the other filmmakers want to chat with you, which obviously didn't happen because I had such a great time with all the filmmakers. Filmmakers are great, actually. But yeah, what if? There's all these what ifs, and those anxieties, they can eat away at you. They can really put you in a position where you don't feel great. And looking at this traffic right now, I don't know if I even feel great, to be honest. Okay, finally a bit of movement. I'll show you how my setup looks too, by the way. It's a very dangerous setup. You gotta see this, yep, there you go. And then you gotta see the traffic too. This is Manila traffic. That's how it goes, you know? And you just got to ride that wave, you got to ride that inspiration, you got to ride that moment, you got to ride that, you got to fall in love. Let that happen too, because love can happen. Love always happens. Love's all around. Okay, this is about to fall off. I am not feeling safe with that. I'm gonna put this on. Some people ask, like, do you need a DJI to vlog? I like using it, but if you can get a nice shot, any camera can be good. And this is proof of that. I think this is a beautiful shot. Yeah, I mean, some would say it's a bit digital looking, or it doesn't look like a film camera, or all that, but okay, I'm gonna have to switch this off to focus. So. I tend to get this way just before a flight. I tend to get this way because when you're on a plane, you're actually caught between time zones. You're neither here or there. You're like a ghost, actually. But it's funny because I've always felt comfortable on planes. Maybe to some extent I am a ghost. Maybe to some extent, like, I'm never really here. Like, I am here, but I'm not here. But isn't that what my film was about? My film that just played it. The film festival wasn't that. The movie that I made was about that topic. And so therefore, I am living my art still in some way. I'm living my art in a different way. I'm living it in a way that has genuine interest in keeping myself healthy. But I also understand that some of my best films were made when I was completely fucked up. And some of the best relationships I had were too. Inevitable that they would burn out quickly, that sparks would fly, and so I have this existential crisis about the kind of work I make, because I am all those things. I am a ball of light and warmth, and I have empathy, and I have genuine care. And at the same time, I'm also cold, detached, heartless, greedy, vain. And while saying all these things about himself, he realized what he had learnt in Manila. He realized and accepted that he was the light and the dark. He realized that for the most part, he wasn't acting on the darker aspects of his psyche. He was, in fact, not only making art from his good side, but he was living it. He was art. But what artist isn't? I think the difference is I'm seeing less of that in myself and more of the other side, because I spend more time with the good parts of me, because it's all in my control. And I talk about having no control of things, like you have no control over the weather and you don't have any control over traffic. But maybe, just maybe, we do have control over our emotions at the very least. And maybe as an artist you have control about what kind of work you make, because it does have a real world effect. These are the kind of thoughts I get before I get onto a flight. This is what always happens to me, and I know it's kind of melancholy and kind of funny and a little bit like, I don't know, melodramatic. Airport lounge musings. Cheers. Cheers to that. And he would take that camera and place it down to tell his story. In his future, in an edit suite, he would take those selected memories and place them in a timeline, and that would be this episode. While boarding the plane, he would feel lucky for experiencing this, but also for being a filmmaker. Lucky because for every memory he'd forgotten, he'd have this footage to remind him how beautiful and how fragile life can be. Lucky because human progress and change is possible. Lucky because he had grown.
9 years, bro.
9 years since I filmed my movie here.
Yeah.
Lucky because he need not be stuck in traffic no more. No, not at the red light, waiting, but instead taking flight.